Hello everyone, this is Shankar. Hope you are doing well. I have started series of videos for masking sensitive information, right? So for this data, like user data, printing in logs, UI screens. So these two use cases we are done, right? So now I want to save this user identity information. I want to save into database before masking activity started. I want to save first. I want to save after that. So masking logic for the logs and masking logic for the UI. So these are the three parts, right? First part I can complete in this video. Second two parts I have already completed. So in this video, our topic is saving user sensitive information into the database before masking. So this is the user identity table. So at entity, nothing but it will map the this particular class to database table will make to Oracle database table, right? So we can use our table data in Oracle GUI tool. It is a one GUI for Oracle database, right? So let's get started. So this is our project masking customer sensitive info. So go to the pom.xml, right click, bring we need to add starters. Database related starters we are not added at, right? So I am using Oracle database, so I will add to data JPA and so data JPA and we need Oracle driver. Next, so select finish. So now packages I will change little bit. So this is model, right? Instead of model, I will make like a so response refactor rename instead of I will take response. So response this user entity I will refactor to DTO user entity DTO. So let's check our places it will be updated or not. Yes, it is updated. So now, so response, right? Response. Let's add new package. So user entity suppose request. Suppose user identity. Identity. User identity. It is better to take request or entity. So it is recommended to take entity only. Entity. Finish. Entity, right? So let's annotate at entity. So at entity, annotate at table. At a table, your name only, right? Capital letters, user, identify, user identify. So let's copy the fields from the response. These are the three fields. Paste here. Let's go to detail. Copy this four. Let's paste here. And we need a primary key is mandatory, right? Private primary primary key is mandatory, right? So private long suppose ID. Suppose user underscore ID, right? Yeah, yet ID is mandatory. So this ID I don't want to manually add. So I will use generated type. Generated type is equal to so generated. See, so let's maximize generate. check generated value. So strategy equal to generated type dot identity recommended. Otherwise, this is Oracle, right? Let's use sequence. This is recommended. So let's remove. See, it is the wrong import. Ibanet is wrong import. Jakarta persistence is the right import. So control S. So what are changes we have done? Bounded XML done. Entity were added. Let's add connection properties and table auto creation properties. So we need to add right database properties. So as data source. What is the default data source? So Ikari CP is default. Ikari CP is default. So Spring dot data source. Spring dot data source dot Spring dot data source dot driver class name. It will give some suggestions. So let's select second one Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver. So next Spring dot data source dot URL. In URL JDBC colon Oracle colon tin colon at the rate of localhost localhost colon 1521. This is the port. This is the global name we need to enter. I know it is a global no global name is free. For the Oracle 21, I will also prove it here. So this is the suppose this is one schema, one connection. This is the dev connection or dev DB. So enter here, select global underscore name from your. If any mistakes are there, I will select. Let's run this. Invalid identifier. Select global name from your. So it is the wrong. Let's check. So yeah, select star from global underscore name. So see free. This is the global underscore name. I think it is a table. It is a free, right? So we are added port localhost. If any you are using RDS kind of RDS URL will be there. You can add that once created. It will be appear. You can add here. This only changed remaining same. Mostly we will select this port only. This may be changed, right? Next spring dot data source. Spring dot data source dot username. So username is system will be there. Spring dot data source dot password manager. So these are the connectivity properties JPA. So for auto table creation, alter drop, this kind of JPA Hibernate. So JPA Hibernate Spring dot JPA dot Hibernate dot TTL auto. Mostly we will use so update. If not exit, it will create. If it is exit, it will update. These are the possible options. So next Spring dot JPA dot so SQL. So in console we will see SQL queries. If it is where set to true by default. If you want to by default, let's see by default it is false. Next Spring dot JPA dot properties. Spring dot JPA dot properties. After that it will not give suggestions. We need to enter Hibernate dot format underscore SQL equal to true. So Next one, spring dot. So daylight, let's don't add any daylight. Let's see it is able to pick it up or not. This particular database, if not able to pick it up, then we can add the daylight as well. So it is optional only. Let's check. So class repo user identity repo extends JPA repository. Just change the entity here. So what is the entity? So user identity. What is the primary key? Long. So it is not a class. It is interface. Interface. So right interface. Spelling wrong. Let's change. Select all. Control Shift S. Select all. Control Shift S for format. Now extends. Right. Control S. So repository is done. So now go to the service. Before going to the service, let's convert convert our D2O data to. So see here in service, what is there? D2O. In DTO, so this data will be there. User identity data is there in the DTO, right? Yeah, DTO. We need to convert. So to save, first we need to convert to this data. We need to convert to entity, right? So let's do that. For that, let's create a user mapper. We can also use like beanutil dot copy properties. Those only I will use, but it may I will use multiple places, right? This conversion may I will use multiple places. So I will create mapper. So class dot mapper. Suppose user identity mapper user mapper finish. So I will inject by using the auto void, right? Let's use suppose component. So let's use component, right? So I will use. So here I want to convert user DTO to user entity, right? We can like convert DTO to entity. Suppose so let's say add suppose DTO to entity. We can convert entity entity to DTO, right? Now we have a DTO. We need to convert entity, right? For that we need to convert entity. For that public. Suppose let's take static user user identity convert to convert to entity. We need to pass user identity DTO. So DTO, right? Then let's create object for this user new user identity being util. So let's check multiple are there. Let's use spring dot spring framework dot bean dot copy properties source and target. So what is the source DTO? Instead of DTO, let's user identity DTO. So let's return this. Return same. So maximize one part is done, right? Second part. So convert to DTO. So then repress. This will be entity. it will be entity. So it will be DTO. So DTO. We need to return this. So we need to move this. This is the source. This is the target. Right? Select our Control Shift Tab, Control S. So these are the done. So let's go to the service. Let's inject the so repo private final user identity repo will be there. So let's user identity repo. This is the constructor injection private final. This is the constructor injection. See private final. This is the name of the repository class reference variable. We are getting some error. Let's check. So see to for constructor injection we need to add at required R constructor, right? Yeah, then this error is resolved. So save original data to DB. So let's remove this. This is the repository. So now I need to inject other class as well. Here auto or constructor injection. User, what is this? Mapper. User mapper. So let's copy this user mapper. So here instead of let's user mapper dot. So dto we need to pass, right. This is the dto. It will return the so so it will return user identity. So about user identity. So copy, otherwise this paste. This is the user identity. Some reference variable. So post letter small import. Let's paste here. So done, right. So let's change this user mapper. This is static, right. Let's remove this static. So we are injecting through auto override. Then this is not required. So control S, no errors, right. So in DB there is no user. See, this is the letters in the order, right. There is no U related. There is no U related table. So right click, just refresh. There is no U related. If it is successfully run this application, it will create the user identity table. We will also get in console. See, this is the table creation. This is the table creation query, right. So just refresh it. Just refresh it. Let's go to see user identity. Let's go to one record. It may store table created. So but no data. That is also, let's check what is happening. So where copied. This is the so let's check source target. This is the source, right. Okay. So post we need to hit this endpoint, then only this service will be invoked, right? We need to post it because data, our data is there in controller. Our data will be there in here. Our data will be there. This is the data. In this, we need to call this masked user. For that, so we need to call this right masked user. So it will be showing. Let's check in insert queries. See insert query. Insert query, right? Let's go to just refresh this. Yeah, one record, right? So in this video, we are successfully understand saving user sensitive information into the database before masking. Before masking, right? We are successfully achieved. See, this is before masking. It is storing. So after that, it is masking, and control also will get masking data, right? So thank you for watching. Masking related all videos are done by using masking. We can achieve the security as well. So it will be unauthorized persons not able to find the exact field names, like it will give stars, like it will give ads, so it will provide the sensitive information, right, by using masking technique. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please subscribe to this YouTube channel.